बहुत पुराना प्रोग्राम है और इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस को देखते हुए सिंध वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट, पंजाब वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट और जहाँ पे ये छोटी सी स्ट्रेच में KPK में भी है, बट प्राइमरीली सिंध और पंजाब वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट्स, इनका जो किरदार है ये बहुत है। ये इसलिए भी एक और मैं कहता चलूँ कई प्रोजेक्ट्स में कई जो इनिशिएटिव्स हैं उसमें हमें और डिपार्टमेंट्स को भी चैलेंजेस होते हैं। ये अगर एक सक्सेस स्टोरी है क्योंकि पाकिस्तान से ज़्यादातर नेगेटिव न्यूज़ जाती है, सो दिस इज़ ए वेरी पॉजिटिव न्यूज़, दिस इज़ ए कंजर्वेशन सक्सेस एंड I mean I'm so excited about it कि एक जहाँ पे हम बेशुमार चैलेंजेस का हमने सामना, जहाँ पे हमें हमारे हैबिटेट को पर्टिकुलरली वाइल्ड लाइफ के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में देखें कि मेजर थ्रेट है हमारे वाइल्ड लाइफ को वो हैबिटेट डिस्ट्रक्शन या डैमेज उससे है। द सेकंड इज द ट्रेड, जो इलीगल वाइल्ड लाइफ ट्रेड हो रहा है, बेशक वो फ्रेश वाटर टर्टल्स का है या वो स्कॉर्पियन के स्केल्स का है या वो इवन पैंगोलिन के स्केल्स का है या ब्लैक स्कॉर्पियंस उनका है। उसको देखते हुए जब आप समझते हैं कि एक जॉइंट एफर्ट जिसमें रेलेवेंट लाइन डिपार्टमेंट्स, और आई एम सो हैप्पी, और मैं एक बार फिर WWF की तरफ से आप लोगों का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करूँगा आप लोगों के आने का और आप लोगों की सपोर्ट का जो हमें इस प्रोग्राम में मिली है, और आप लोगों की लीडरशिप, पर्टिकुलरली सिंध वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट ने जो क्योंकि उस मेन स्ट्रेच जो गुद्दू और सत्थर के बीच में है, वहाँ पे कैनाल स्टैंडिंग और रेस्क्यू सबसे ज़्यादा हमें था और सबसे ज़्यादा ये जॉइंट एफर्ट्स हम जैसे करते हैं। जो डिटेल्स थी, क्या मेथोडोलॉजी थी मेरी, और इसमें एक चीज़ मैं और बताता चलूँ, अभी डॉक्टर जिल ब्रॉलिक ऑनलाइन है। डॉक्टर जिल ब्रॉलिक as a research student came to Pakistan like late 90s or early 2000s. Her PhD was on Indus River Dolphins. She's going to tell you, more about her research. But she's the same researcher who's now part of the IUCN Situation Commission, which is like a main, like kind of a high-level body जो इन सब चीज़ों को देखती है। हमने जो मेथोडोलॉजी अडॉप्ट की इस पूरे सर्वेस में, नॉट दिस टाइम बट दिस इज द 4th सर्वे विच WWF कंडक्टेड, जब वो अपनी PhD भी कर रही थी 2001 में, विच इज लाइक इंटरनेशनली रिकॉग्नाइज्ड मेथोडोलॉजी। इसको ये कोई भी इंटरनेशनल जर्नल पीयर रिव्यूड और सब उसमें इसको एक्नॉलेज किया जाता है, इसलिए ये एक ऑथेंटिक डेटा है, ये एक ऑथेंटिक रिजल्ट है जिसको इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड्स को देखते हुए इसको लाया गया। ये और आप सुनेंगे और शायद कुछ स्लाइड्स में देखेंगे भी कि जब ये सर्वे हो भी रहा था, इसमें जो जिल ब्रॉलिक ने ट्रेनिंग दी, बट जो टीम्स थी तीनों गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स की, उनका एंथुसियाज्म और उनकी सपोर्ट फिनोमिनल। चैलेंजेस थे, पीपल वर लिटरली फायर्ड अपॉन, हमें पीपल वर फॉलोड, और एक हमें थोड़ा सा सर्वे हमें बैटल भी करना पड़ा। इससे वेरी सेंसिटिव एरिया, वो आप देखते हैं कि कच्चे एरिया में ये हो गया, कच्चे में फलाने डाकू का राज है, वो दिस इज द सेम एरिया जिसमें से, और उसमें कई स्ट्रेच हैं जो बड़ी सेंसिटिव किस्म की स्ट्रेच हैं, और वहाँ पे जो गवर्नमेंट की जो रिट है वो भी थोड़ी सी इतनी मजबूत नहीं है। सो डिस्पाइट ऑल दैट, आई थिंक द क्रेडिट गोज टू the colleagues from line departments and my colleague, this brave woman Hamera Aisha, who जिसने इसको coordinate किया, and the support which we received from Jill Broderick. So without further ado, I think I'll request Jill to share her thoughts, methodology के बारे में बताएंगी, फिर थोड़ी सी हम आपको कुछ slides हैं जो दिखाएंगे about the survey, we'll share the result, and then हम लोग available होंगे आप लोगों के questions उसके लिए। बहुत शुक्रिया। So Jill. Walaikum assalam, Jill.
Okay, good. You can hear me.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Hamad, for that introduction. And I think you didn't leave much extra for me to say. But as you said, I've been coming to Pakistan now for 18 years. And I'm love Pakistan and I love this incredible river dolphin. And so I'm very thankful for the opportunity to join the press conference today. I just wanted to give you a little bit of the background information about this dolphin and what makes it so special. There are no river dolphins in the places where I live. Pakistan is special by having a river dolphin in the first place. It's really a unique animal. This particular dolphin occurs nowhere else on Earth but the Indus River, Pakistan. And so the future of this animal depends very much on the conservation efforts of all of the people sitting in your room. And I've been doing my best over the years to support. I have a long-running relationship with WWF-Pakistan. And it's really been wonderful to see all of the bright, smart young Pakistanis that are so motivated to work on this animal over the years. I hope you can see this clearly. So Indus dolphins are very different to most other whales and dolphins, which is one reason why I find them so incredibly fascinating. They are not the same at all as the dolphins that live in the sea. They are entirely different. In fact, they branch from all other whales and dolphins. They were the very first branch of the cetacean tree, so to speak. So these river dolphins in the Indus and the sister species in the Ganges are in fact, more similar to some of the beaked whales and sperm whales in the ocean than they are to dolphins in the sea. So they behave quite differently to marine dolphins. You can see the picture, the black and white photo there. They actually swim on their sides. This was only seen once they were actually kept in clear water in captivity. So in the river, it's so murky and dark that it's difficult to see what they're actually doing under the surface. So when they were kept in clear water, you could see. In fact, they swim on their sides like a fish and drag one flipper across the bottom, which helps them in, living in a river is a very complicated environment. Fast-flowing water, floating trees, very shallow. They also have this really unique skull with very large bony plates on the front of the head. These things are called maxillary crests. There's no other dolphin that has anything like that. And the thought is that directs the sound. These animals use sound to find out about their environment, and so those bony plates help to direct the sound as they're swimming down the river. As I already said, they're endemic to Pakistan. Endemic means that they're found only in one country. There are very, very, very few in the Bias River in India. The future of the Indus River Dolphin depends entirely upon Pakistan. And they're also one of the world's most endangered mammals. And just very briefly, these are mammals, so they're not fish. They don't have any characteristics similar to fish. So like other mammals, including a little bit like us, they're warm-blooded. They maintain a standard body temperature of 37 degrees. They breathe air, so they have lungs. So it's possible even for a dolphin to drown. If it gets caught in a fishing net, it can't come to the surface to breathe, and it would drown just the same as a human would. So you can see on this picture there's the blowhole is on the top of the head, and that's where the air goes into the lungs. The females get pregnant. They give birth they're pregnant for almost 1 year. They give birth to a single live baby. It's very, very small. It's about 90 centimeters long. And the babies feed on milk from the mother. And the other really interesting characteristic about all whales and dolphins, which includes Indus dolphins, is that they're very, very clever, very sophisticated. And in fact, we are only just beginning to understand the depths of the intelligence and the social bonds that these animals have. A very specific language. Their brains are, in many cases, bigger than ours. So we're talking about incredibly sophisticated creatures. So, this map was produced almost 160 years ago, which is pretty amazing. And the red lines on the map, and I'm sure you recognize the Indus River system, show where the Indus dolphin used to live in the 1870s. And so actually there used to be dolphins almost all the way up to Murray and into the foothills of the Himalayas, or the mountains, basically. There were dolphins in Lahore, there were dolphins going through the Sutlej in those days. That was the distance. They used to swim freely through about 3,500 kilometers of river. So that's a different map showing the same thing. And then the red line shows kind of the limit of the distribution, which was, so the dolphins went all the way from the sea up to where the mountains began. And that takes us to today, where all of the black dots on the rivers are irrigation barrages. You're all very familiar with this. So the river system is now transformed. Water is removed for irrigation. These physical structures are barriers across the river. So we think dolphins, at least for most of the year, this is a complete barrier to dolphin movement. And so that takes us to today, where the dolphins now only occur where there are the dark blue lines, and they've disappeared from all those other rivers. And so that's a decline or a shrink in range of about 80% since the 1800s, which is a very big loss of habitat. And that's primarily because of the barrages and because of removal of water from the river for irrigation. So you can see that the majority of the Indus dolphins today live in the main stem of the Indus River, no longer in the Punjab. So actually, back in 2007, with WWF-Pakistan, we went to all of the rivers and we interviewed the oldest fishermen that we could find. And based on their stories that they told us about what they remembered about the past, when they were young and they used to see dolphins in the river, we built up a picture that shows how when and how the dolphins disappeared from the dark. So the blue is where they are still found, and the red is where they disappeared as recently as the 1980s. So not that long ago. And then as you go through the yellow and the orange and the green, it's longer and longer ago. And so in fact, it's been sort of a domino effect, like the range is shrinking inwards, and they remain now in the main stem of the Indus. So there's a lot of importance on that area. So when I first came to Pakistan in '99, there was very little information about where the dolphins were. There were only stories, people didn't really know. We knew there were dolphins in Sindh, Sindh Wildlife Department definitely knew that there were plenty of dolphins in Sindh. There were a few in Lower Punjab, but there was not really any clear picture of numbers or even where they were. So in 2001 we did the first range-wide survey, led by WWF-Pakistan, involved all the Wildlife Department. At that time, I think it was the biggest wildlife expedition that had ever happened in Pakistan. It was pretty huge. It took us 7 weeks, and we sailed all the way from Calabar to Hyderabad. And that was pretty incredible. We found dolphins in places that nobody had any idea there were dolphins. There were dolphins in KP province, nobody realized. So that was the beginning. And since then, WWF have pledged to repeat that survey every 5 years using the same method. And so that's why we're here today. This is now the 4th in a long series, replicated time after time, involving all of the same departments, involving a lot of the same people in using the same method. So that over time you can see how the number and the range changes, which is absolutely vital for conservation and for understanding what is happening to this endangered species. And then, this is my final slide. I think this is slightly repeating what Hamad said before, that these are all of the different species and populations of dolphins that live in rivers. And these are the Asian ones. There are also some in South America. But they're listed by the IUCN, which is I'm associated with different levels of threat. And basically, these river dolphins worldwide are in major trouble because they are the top predators, and rivers are so easily accessible many different things, dredging, sand mining. And so all of the dolphins and porpoises that occur in freshwater water are threatened. But the information that you're going to get today is where the Indus dolphin is actually incredibly special, because I'm pretty sure it's the only river dolphin that is increasing in number. They are all critically endangered or endangered. And although the Indus dolphin has had this massive decline in range, the numbers, as you'll hear more from Humera, appear to be going up, which is really something exceptional and to be proud of. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jill. Please stay with us for the questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, Humera Aisha, Manager Conservation, will be sharing the latest population study results of Indus River Dolphin.
Assalamualaikum ji, मेरा नाम Humera Aisha है, and I am part of the team who has conducted this assessment. So before we go on the results and everything that Jim has said, I'll just be building up a little bit on it to give you a little bit of how is the situation like for the Indus River dolphins in Pakistan. And also, why is it important for us to understand that dolphin conservation is not a provincial subject? Amata has very righteously mentioned at the beginning that Indus River dolphin is a species which connects provinces, and so does, it does to the wildlife departments and other things. And as Jill said, that Indus River dolphin or Bullen, it's one of the 4 obligate freshwater dolphins that we have worldwide. Second most endangered species of freshwater dolphin. It's endemic to Pakistan, which means that it is only found in the Indus River system in Pakistan. Its choti si population is also said to be found in the Bias River in India, but it's so small in number that we don't know how is it going to happen. And for WWF, it's as dear to us as panda logo would be. And we are associated to its conservation ever since we have, I think, beginning to work in Pakistan and elsewhere in the world where river dolphins are found. ये हमारी प्रायोरिटी स्पीशीज है नेटवर्क की, एंड इंडस रिवर बेसिस तमाम करके ये पाई जाती है. ये WWF ग्लोबल प्रोग्राम जो फ्रेश वाटर प्रोग्राम है उसका एक प्रायोरिटी बेसिस भी है. So I'm just building up this information to give you a big overview. So Jill has showed the similar map to you. और जैसे जिल ने मेंशन किया कि हिस्टोरिकली आपको पूरा इंडस रिवर सिस्टम के अंदर जो थी ये जो ब्लू लाइन से बेसिकली आपको इंडिकेट करेंगे कि यहाँ पे पाई जाती है, बट ओवर द इयर्स इसकी जो रेंज है वो कम होते होते जो है वो 20% एग्जिस्टिंग जो इसकी रेंज में होती है. और इस वक्त जो हमारा इंडस रिवर है जो कि जनाब राज से शुरू होकर अपर इंडस से जो है हमारा नीचे डाउनस्ट्रीम कोटरी तक 1000 किलोमीटर का स्ट्रेच है, वहाँ पर इंडस रिवर की पॉपुलेशन इज कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड इन पाकिस्तान नाउ. And this is basically an area where most of the conservation efforts has been focused on. And again, connecting to what Jill has said, कि dolphin की populations जो हैं वो over time जो है they are separated due to the construction of water regulatory barrages on the Indus River. And what you see here is कि वो 1000 kilometer का stretch जो है इसमें basically you find 5 subpopulation of the dolphins जो कि हमारे 6 बराजेस के बीच में. पहली पॉपुलेशन ऑलमोस्ट केपी पंजाब के एज पे जो कि जना और चश्मा के बीच में है. दूसरी पॉपुलेशन जो है चश्मा और तौनसा बराज के बीच में है. तीसरी जो है वो तौनसा गुड्डू बराजेस के बीच में है. चौथी गुड्डू और सक्कर के बीच में. और लास्ट पॉपुलेशन जो कि स्मॉल नंबर में है वो हमारी सक्कर एंड कोटरी बराजेस के बीच में है. So बहुत कम, we know very little about if there are dolphins which can move and they can cross past the barrages. So there is just one study that WWF has conducted back in 2010 that confirms इसमें we put a tag on a dolphin and it confirmed that the dolphin could cross past the barrage, but that's the only evidence we have. So we assume कि majority dolphins जो हैं basically वो caged हैं in between the subpopulations where they are right now. और इसके बाद जो है इस वक्त जो सबसे ज़्यादा डॉल्फिन की पॉपुलेशन है ये हमारी सिंध में कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है, एज हमाद एंड जिल हैज ऑलरेडी मेंशन। गुड्डू और सखर बराजेस के बीच में एक 200 किलोमीटर का तकरीबन स्ट्रेच है। वी कॉल इट द इंडस डॉल्फिन गेम रिजर्व। इट्स अ प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया विच इज legally protected primarily for the conservation of Indus River Dolphin in Sindh, and this is where most of the conservation work which WWF has led since the year 1997 is focused on also, because it has the highest population concentration. It's also a Ramsar site, which means that there are many more other environmentally important linkages and many significant species which are also linked to this habitat. Indus River Dolphin की अगर हम threats की बात करें, just to summarizing to what Jill and Hamad have already said, development comes with a cost, and in our dolphins cost is the habitat fragmentation is a challenge जो कि हमारी dolphin की population को separate कर रही है, ये barrages की development. Similarly, that this has led to reduced flow of the water. फिर वाटर क्वालिटी की आपको पता है कि इंडस रिवर हमारे पाकिस्तान के जो एग्रीकल्चर और डिफरेंट इरीगेशन सप्लाईज के लिए जो है इज अ लाइफ लाइन, बट इसके साथ इंडस रिवर जो है पोल्यूशन का बहुत सारा लोड रिसीव करता है, नॉट ओनली फ्रॉम द एग्रीकल्चरल रन ऑफ बट ऑल्सो फ्रॉम द इंडस्ट्रियल इफ्लुएंस। और यही जो सब चीज़ें हैं ये इंडस रिवर के जो है वो हैबिटेट को पोल्यूट भी कर रही हैं और उसकी पॉपुलेशन को अफेक्ट कर रही हैं। दूसरा जो बिगेस्ट इशू हमारी डॉल्फिन्स पाकिस्तान में फेस करती हैं, जिनने बड़ी अच्छी बात की कि दे आर नॉट फिश, ऑल्दो दे लिव इन वाटर बट दे आर मैमल्स लाइक अस, व्हिच मींस कि इनको सांस लेने के लिए पानी की सतह पे आना पड़ता है। बट इफ देयर इज अ फिशिंग नेट प्लेस्ड इन द रिवर एंड इमेजिन अ डॉल्फिन गोज देयर, एज Hamad said कि the dolphin also feeds on fish, goes there in search of a fish and gets entangled into the fishing net, there is no way for a dolphin to come out of it, and that's how they start to die. फिशिंग इंड्यूस्ड मोर्टालिटीज जो है बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है हमारे सारे रेंज एरियाज में, खासतौर पे पंजाब और सिंध के अंदर, जहाँ पर कि कम्युनिटी की डिपेंडेंस फिशिंग के ऊपर बहुत ज़्यादा है. The floods that we experienced in 2010, the super flood, afterwards there was a significant increase in the fisheries operation downstream Punjab में और सिंध के अंदर, that has led to significant increase in the dolphin mortalities the same year as an outcome to the entanglement into the fisheries. So this is a prime threat to the dolphins after the habitat destruction. दूसरा जो है इरिगेशन कनाल्स के अंदर डॉल्फिन्स फंस जाती हैं, अगेन कपलिंग विद द डेवलपमेंट ऑब्जेक्टिव, बिकॉज your barrages are made to store water and then these barrages are linked to the river canals तो उसके साथ निकलती हैं जो कि इरिगेशन के लिए यूज होती हैं. सो डॉल्फिन्स इनमें फ्रीली मूव बैक एंड फोर्थ करती रहती हैं जब ये पूरी रहती है रेगुलेटर्स के थ्रू, बट जब लो फ्लो पीरियड के अंदर या मेंटेनेंस के लिए ये जो नहरें बंद होती हैं, सो डॉल्फिन्स इफ दे आर देयर दे रियली डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दैट द गेट्स आर क्लोज्ड, सो दे गेट stranded there because they are bulky in size, and as Jill said, ये side by side move करते हैं, so it's difficult for them to go back into the main river on their own, and usually there is no water, there is no food supply for no water supply left there, and without a rescue they usually die. So this is another chief threat to the dolphin survival, especially in the Sindh, and which is why the work that Hamad has rightly mentioned focuses on enhancing the rescue work in this region. But अभी तक कोई हमने जो था 100 जो है वो 37 के करीब डॉल्फिन्स को सक्सेसफुली रेस्क्यू करके उनके हैबिटेट में रिलीज किया है. Now this sounds like a very small number, but if you compare to the population that we are talking in, like maybe less than 2,000, this is a significant contribution to the overall population that we have made as part of this effort, which is a joint initiative of WWF, Wildlife Department and Punjab Wildlife Department in the agencies. उसके बाद जी अब ये जो पॉपुलेशन असेसमेंट है, आई थिंक हमारे और जिल ने ऑलरेडी को एक्सप्लेन कर दिया है कि दिस इज वन थिंग विच WWF हैज मेड अ पार्ट ऑफ its routine conservation work, that after every 5 years we conduct this assessment since the year 2001, and since then this has been the most authentic and credible source to identify the population trend of this species. And thanks to the good data that has been coming through this survey, which Dr. Jill has been leading since the year 2001, that now we know that this is the only species of freshwater dolphin which is increasing in number, and which is why you also understand that why it is very important for the WWF to make sure that we conduct this survey following all the international standard methodologies and analyze the results the same way as they are done, so that the information that we receive after every 5 years is credible and comparable at the same time. तो हमारा ये जो सर्वे था ये स्टार्ट हुआ था इस साल, हमने इसको भी स्टार्टेड विद एट द एंड ऑफ द मार्च, ये हमारे मिड अप्रैल तक गया था। वी वर अ टीम ऑफ 20 जिसमें हमारे कॉलीग्स प्रोविंशियल वाइल्ड लाइफ डिपार्टमेंट से, KPK से, पंजाब से, सिंध से, जूलॉजिकल सर्वे डिपार्टमेंट जो कि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज के अंदर एक इंस्टीट्यूट है जो कि मैंडेट कैरी करता है पाकिस्तान के अंदर रिसर्च का, कंजर्वेशन रिसर्च का, इरिगेशन डिपार्टमेंट एंड अदर रेलिवेंट जो हमारे एकेडमिक रिसर्चर्स थे। वी स्टार्टेड ऑफ दिस सर्वे। सो और इसको जो था वो हमने कवर किया था, जो हमारी 3 मेन पॉपुलेशन थी इंडस रिवर डॉल्फिन की, चश्मा से लेकर के सत्तर तक, इन 3 जो है वो मेन पॉपुलेशन को हमने सर्वे किया था इस 1 महीने के टाइम। And the survey started basically with our training. So this is how basically our life looked like for about a month's time. We were sailing down the river for every day. By the end of the day, जहाँ पर हमें कोई sandbar मिलता था, हम टेंट्स लगाते थे, हम सो जाते थे, फिर हम सुबह उठते थे, रिवर में चले जाते थे, काम करते थे, डॉल्फिन्स गिरते थे, शाम को वापस आ जाते थे। So this was the survey team, and Dr. Jill has been kind enough that she visited Pakistan only to train survey teams to make sure that we are following the same methodology as she has done when she was doing the research. So this is us with Dr. Jill at the beginning of our survey team. So some of our survey members are still sitting here. Dr. was co-lead in the survey with me, and then a few more, I think. But we're quite separated right now. So the general training basically, it has helped the team to understand the survey methodology. So it's quite unique, but I just wanted to give you a perspective of how does this work. So she's going to tell people, she has to teach people, okay, how do you see a dolphin, what counts as a dolphin, how do you count number, to go on to, filling out these all information layers, all the data sheets, all the magic numbers that we need to know how to fill out to make sure that we get reliable and credible and correct population estimates in the end. हमारी सर्वे मेथडोलॉजी काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग है। जस्ट टू गिव यू एन आइडिया, इसे हम मार्क एंड कैप्चर मेथड्स कहते हैं। हमारे पास 2 कश्तियाँ होती हैं जो कि सिर्फ चप्पूओं के साथ चल रही होती हैं, देन दे आर मूविंग ऑन अ 1 kilometer डिस्टेंस, and the idea is that you collect data using 2 boats to make sure that there are no missing of the dolphin sighting and there are no overcounts of the dolphin sighting. So there is a team of 5 which usually sit on the platform. These are the customized platforms which are made on the boards. There are 3 observers which are sitting on the front, counting dolphin on the front, on the sides, and then there is a person sitting at the back, severe observer, and then there is a person who is sitting in the middle for the data logging. Just for your interest, but this is quite an intense and interesting work that our team do. And then this is the second board which follows the same methodology, जो कि 1 kilometer के पास में से है। Just for your information, this is how a thing looks like when you survey the dolphin. So this tiny spot gradually become bigger and you realize, okay, that's a dolphin. And then you ultimately continue to count dolphins. Sometimes they surface, we call, when they come out of the water, it's called surfacing. So when they do it when they come out to breathe, basically. That's the only reason they usually surface, or if there is a disturbance in the water. So you see them, you count them, you calculate the information, and this goes into the data sheets that you have. Now, coming to the results, the main part. हमारे अभी तक के जो सर्वे एस्टिमेशंस हैं 2001 से जो है हमारे पास जो सर्वे था वो हमें बताता है कि we had about 1100 dolphins. In 2006 survey they've gone about 1410 in number. The 2011 survey was about around the same number, 1312 dolphins, but then also इसमें कुछ फ्लड का फैक्टर था तो कुछ पॉपुलेशन डायल्यूशन का फैक्टर भी था. And now for this survey, the number that we have got is 1,806. So this is almost 100% increase in the population since the year 2001. I think we should all celebrate, especially all of us who are involved in the conservation, who are involved in the research, who are involved in the conservation awareness, who are involved in the reporting, everybody who thinks that they have a contribution to make in the dolphin conservation. This is a worth celebrating moment to all of us because this is a unique and incredible species. We have worked with them and I could tell you from my experience, they are the most gentle and most humble species you ever come across. Because they know that they are leading the health of the river. They are the representatives. That they are on top of the ecosystem. But then they are just so mild and so gentle. They swim beside you. They look at you. They come out, and it's just so magnificent to have a species like this in Pakistan. And just to give you a further detail and split up of the numbers that we have. So now these were the 3 stretches. पहला stretch था चश्मा से तौनसा के बीच में, दूसरा था तौनसा से गुड्डू के बीच में, तीसरा था गुड्डू and सक्खर बराज के बीच में. That's how we split up the study areas. And the number in the middle reflects कि कितने पिछले सर्वे में थे. So 2011 में चश्मा से तौनसा के बीच में तकरीबन हमने 87 individuals देखे. तौनसे से गुड्डू के बीच में 465 individuals थे, and गुड्डू से सक्खर के बीच में 887 थे. And now look at the numbers now. They have almost gone 100% up in the numbers in many stretches, and Sindh wins again because Sindh की population तकरीबन 60% representative है उस 200 किलोमीटर का stretch जो कि overall population में है. जो कि इसका second large population जो है वो आपकी पंजाब में है, जो कि तौनसा और गुड्डू में है. Incredible increase population में नजर आ रहा है चश्मा से तौनसा के बीच में. So this is a number which is worth celebrating, but also I think at the same time, but we should be very careful about and thoughtful of, okay, this is all we have. They are still less than 2,000 in number, and we don't know what is a good number for dolphin. Either 2,000 is a sustainable number, 10,000 is a sustainable number. So why we celebrate the conservation success in terms of what can be achieved when everybody works together for the conservation of a species, which is very unique to Pakistan. It's also very important for us to realize that their threats are continuous and ongoing. We cannot just sit at this stage and think, well, all has gone good for the dolphins. We need to maybe gear up our efforts more than ever, because now there are more dolphins, threats are more, and now we need to make our efforts more concentrated, more focused to make sure that they are here, they'll stay with us, and they'll be increasing in number so that this iconic species never leave the Indus River. Thank you very much.